Okay, in this video, I wanted to just look at sig figs and make sure everybody's consistent with those. So in this first question, I'm just going to go through the questions one by one. In the first question, they give us 3 sig figs. That's the only number I'm using in my calculation other than these numbers here. And the numbers for the mole ratio are considered exact. In other words, they have unlimited decimal places, so it'd be 3.000 on for infinity, or 1.00 on for infinity. So the only thing restricting the accuracy of this question is that number right there that has 3 sig figs. So in my answer, I have to give 3 sig figs. My calculator, when I did the operation, gave me this. Now I have to round that to 3 significant figures. So 1 is the first one, then 5, and then for this one, I have to look at 1 past and round up or round down. 5 or more, you go up. 4 or less, you go down. So since this is 5 or more, this 7 has to go to an 8. So there's 3 sig figs. Next question, I have 3 sig figs to start with. I need 3 sig figs to end. If I just wrote 10, and that's what your calculator would give you, that's only 2 significant figures, and that's not matching the 3 sig figs that I got at the start. So 10 wouldn't be accurate. You'd have to say 10.0, and that reflects the accuracy that you had in the original question. The next one, I'm given 3 sig figs, and my answer, I need 3. 3 sig figs, it sounds like they're all 3 sig figs in the answer. Next question, I've got 3 sig figs here, 3 there, and 3 there. So in my answer, and notice when I do the question, like this comes out to 0.005. If I wanted to write with 3 sig figs, I could put a couple more zeros at the end because the zeros out front don't count. But I'm not using that as my final answer. It's just the final answer where I need to write it to 3 sig figs. Okay, so this one has 1, 2, 3 sig figs. Zeros out front don't count. 3 sig figs if you convert it to milliliters. 3 there. So there's 3 when I'm starting with. And so when I multiply it, oh, this is another number that could come into consideration too. But it's got 5 sig figs when I figured out the molar mass. And these ones have 3, so I have to go to the weakest link. So I can only give 3 sig figs. This question, I've got 3 sig figs. With the molar mass, it was 58.14. So it had 4 sig figs. And then the universal gas constant has 4. My temperature has 5. My pressure has 5. So the weakest is 3. So I have to round this number that I get on my calculator to the nearest 3 sig figs. This one is a little bit different, so I have to have a 2 and a 4, and then this one, if it's 5 or more, the next one, if it's 5 or more, I have to bump the 9 up. This one is 9, so this one has to get bumped up to a 10, or I'd write it as a 0 and then add 1 to the 24. There's my 3 sig figs. Boy, every question is 3 sig figs. There's 3, there's 4, there's 3. So in my answer, I need 3. So this is what my calculator gave me. 1, 2, and it's only that third one that might change. Since it's 5 or more, I bump it up to a 2. Last question, 3 sig figs, 3 sig figs. Molar mass, again, there's 4 sig figs, 4 sig figs. And so, and the molar mass of silver, aluminum oxide is 5 sig figs. So my answer is 3. Every question was 3 sig figs. Interesting. So the answer here, this is the same as the last one. I can only give 3 sig figs. So there's 1, there's 2. So I have to give another digit here, and it depends on what this one is. If it's more than 5, this one has to get bumped up to a 0, and then I add 1 to this to get 17. 3 sig figs. Hopefully that helps you on determining sig figs of answers in these questions.